Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back once again. Today we're going to be doing a quick little show around for the interior on the Watermill that we recently made, and we're also going to be taking a look at some additional exterior details I added as well, because there's actually one that is very important. In fact, we can probably start here. It's the dock, because someone asked me how you would end up getting to this building, and then I realized I never came up with a way, but this dock should serve as pretty much a perfect function for that, because you could just get one of those little boats that we're going to be doing a tutorial on next and sail that over from maybe that side over to here, grab all the finished grain and everything that's been boxed up, and then take it to the main port where they finally end up selling it somewhere. Now, exterior wise, I don't think there's a whole lot of other things I added besides that dock. That was really kind of the most important thing. A few other items that I did end up placing in were some of these little pottery plants with a dead one, as you can see, because as I've said a little bit in the past, I kind of wanted this town to be a little bit grimy and just have like a really dark, mysterious mood and just not be too much of a happy place. Now, my idea for this building right here was to kind of have it be a backup, and by that I mean if you had like a really good farming season and you have a lot of grain that you need to kind of bring in and grind up, instead of just having the piece of machinery in this building, since maybe that wouldn't be able to take care of it all fast enough, what I've done is placed a sort of duplicate one in here just for if they get overloaded and need to really grind up a lot of wheat as fast as they could just to get it out and sold to the public. But I don't think there's too much else in here. Of course, we do have the balcony. I threw a torch up here just to brighten up the area so you could actually see out there. But as you can see, this thing, it's quite a cool little piece of machinery. We just have a few little simple details that kind of made it look like it would actually work. And then with the Conquest texture pack, that does give you the option to place in these chains, which are in fact the cobwebs. So if you're in default texture pack, I might recommend just using some iron bars for those. And as you'll notice, they pretty much look just as good, and people will kind of recognize what they're supposed to be. So that's that place. Now we can go ahead and move over here. So what I noticed was some of the builds we do, if you want to keep them functional, they're going to end up looking not too kind of, how would you call it, interesting maybe on some parts, or maybe not too bright and colorful. But my suggestion for you would be to at least have one room that kind of draws the person's attention, at least if possible kind of have the entrance be that way, because that's going to draw their attention and kind of make you, or I guess the explorer, kind of want to venture in more and view the rest of the build. Whereas if the entrance was kind of boring and then maybe you had a more exciting part later on, they might not even be interested enough to go check that place out. So at least maybe have one part of your build look kind of nice and colorful like this. But as for this one, the rest of the build, as you may notice later on, isn't as colorful. But yeah, for this entrance, to do that, I kind of added some nice colors with the flower pot here, the red flag, some notes on the wall just to make that look a little more detailed. We have kind of the, I guess this is like a red curtain desk, whatever those things are, maybe. What are they called? Drapes? I think so. And then some unique rugs. I don't do these too much, but I think they can have a nice effect if you use them in certain places, just to kind of have a nice contrast in colors in the room. And then one more thing I added to kind of brighten the color of the desk up was to place in this book. Once again, this is one of the things you have to get with the Conquest texture pack, but I think if you just place a little item frame, or not item frame, pressure plate, there we go, on that. Whoa. What the hell? I didn't know it could do that, but yeah. I kind of lost my train of thought after that happened. But yeah, we'll go check out the rest of the build. So back here we have some more storage. I thought a little cool place to hide a chest in was under this stairway, which by making this kind of area that kind of stuck out over here, it added a really nice place to throw in some stairs where they wouldn't get in the way too much. So now we'll head up here, and this leads to a little tiny bedroom area over here, just in case the worker or owner of this place had to do a little overtime. This is where he would stay. Once again, some more storage, and then a cool little balcony that kind of overlooks the actual machinery area, and then also some more storage up here. So we'll head on into the room with all the machinery, since that's kind of interesting. Really, this area is very similar to the backup building we saw over there. At least the machinery part of it is. I think it's actually identical to it, but yeah, it's just, I think it's a cool effect if you can throw some hay up and also use the yellow carpets to kind of mimic the grain almost overflowing onto the floor itself. So we have that, and then out on the docks we have kind of some boxes that would eventually go out into the public and have those be sold or given to the owners of all the homes, and maybe it's like a nice gift from the Baron. Although I think for this town I want to have the Baron be kind of a greedy guy, so maybe he'll keep all the excess grain and whatnot for himself. But yeah, I think for this building the interior was actually quite easy to do, especially since the machinery and whatnot really took up a lot of the space. So hopefully if you guys were having trouble making yours, this kind of gave you some ideas and whatnot. I'm thinking next, of course, we're going to be doing the boats, but after that, I really want to try some stuff that we haven't done in the past, because it seems like we've actually been doing a lot of the buildings quite a bit. Like, we have a bunch of inns, and as cool as those are to do each time, it's going to get kind of repetitive if we keep making these things. Same with the blacksmiths. Those are always fun to do, but once again, we don't want to do those every single time we have to make a video. So if you guys have any ideas for some cool, unique stuff we can try, like these little boats, I know we haven't done too many boats in the past, or some stuff like the lighthouse, that was really fun for me to do. What else could we do? Maybe some statues. I don't know if I've shown you guys this. This thing is kind of derpy, but I don't know. It's kind of unique because, as you may remember, I did call this place Mermaid's Bluff. So I tried to make the statue look like a mermaid. Let me know how you think this thing turned out. Kind of corny, but I don't know. It fits the area. But yeah. Hopefully this video was able to inspire you and give you some ideas on what you could do for your interior, but I want to apologize for how long it took me to actually make this video. I want to start kind of making the interior videos right after we finish the build if possible. That way, for those of you who aren't maybe the best at making these, or just really don't have any ideas for what to do for them, I can get that out to you as quick as possible so you can go ahead and start on your interior for your build, so it's not just an empty carcass of a building sitting there. But yeah, like I said, let me know if you guys have any unique ideas for some buildings we can try in the future. Hopefully you're excited for the boat tutorial that we're going to be doing next. I'll try to get that video out as quick as possible, since we haven't really been doing too much Minecraft lately. It's kind of been a lot of Let's Plays, which for me is still really fun, but I hope that I can keep you guys as interested as possible in this stuff as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you in the next one.